Hi everybody. This is kind of a video showing how I kind of organized my Christmas embellishments and papers and washi and everything because I decided to make a December daily / December documented album. Last year was my first time doing it and I didn't end up finishing it. I ended up making December 16th through 31st and I never finished it. I kind of gave up on the project once I put all my Christmas stuff away. But this year I was taking out everything so I could make some cards and crafts and Happy Mail, and I kind of fell in love with the stuff I had. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try again and see how it works and try to be more prepared. I'm going to make some foundation papers, and I also wrote down some ideas that I have for the days that I don't do anything that special in terms of, Christmassy, because I don't do that much stuff. So anyways, what I did was I actually went through everything I have that's Christmassy, and I pulled out the things that I really love and that I want to make sure I include. And for me, it has to be, in eyesight for me to remember, because if I have everything all jumbled up, it's hard for me I don't use them as much. So I used one of these iris trays, the ones that you can separate, and I put all of my three-dimensional items in here that I think are very cute, and whether, there's some duplicates, so I don't have to use obviously all of them, but there are some pieces like this love that I really that I love, and I just, I love, and I want to make sure I include it. And some odds and ends that I've either received or I just been holding on to. So I put all the 3D stuff in here. I used this last year too, but the wood round pieces from Freckled Fawn, it goes 1 through 31. And last year I bought them, and I bought 3 because I really like them, and I think they're discontinuing them maybe. So anyways, what I like about it is because I didn't buy a kit or anything like that last year either, I felt like it's the one thing that'll connect all my pages. So I put them on a big binder ring, and I made sure to keep them in order, so whether or not I'm going in order or I just need to find that number, I can easily find it. So I put that here. My paper I still have to organize a little bit because I kind of just put stuff, but I organized kind of with my Christmas paper. I separated them into like vintagey, more classic red, green type, and then more, non-traditional like blues and pinks and things like that. So I kind of pulled out some of the papers that I felt, these are all my papers that I thought were kind of, pink and bluish and kind of cutesy. So these are the papers that I'm thinking that I want to work with. I'm going to organize them so that, again, the ones that I want to make sure I include, I'm going to put more towards the top of this pile. So I put those in here. And then what I did was all of the flat embellishments. I didn't want to put in the tray because it does migrate and I get frustrated. So, and I kind of like flipping through them. So this is a container that I had bought at Daiso a while ago, and it has 3 compartments. And what I really like about it is that, they're clear, and also that I can pull the whole little drawer out. So I put a lot of my flat embellishments. I tried to keep some of the leftover embellishments that I had gotten last year together, and yeah, so that's my first tray. And then these are just some new stickers that are more flat that I got at Target this year that I just cut up. I tried to cut up a lot of stuff because, when I work with the monthly kits, I also do seem to use the ones that are ready to go instead of having to look through a lot of the plastic, especially for some of the smaller items. These I just went through some of my little stash of things that are like wood veneer hearts and some labels that aren't necessarily Christmassy, but just some little things that I put in here. So that's this one. And then my washi. I pulled out my Christmas ones and put them in this container, as well as some washi samples I had gotten. And then I also put some of the specific sequins that are Christmas themed in here. Then I thought, well, okay, one more thing before I go into, then I thought there was some, I think these might be older, but there was some, actually not that old, but some embellishments that kind of had, they were kind of like in between a little bit, just not as bright, you know, kind of like the, not distressed, but more, you know, cream and beige kind of colored. Because I think last year I remember I had a hard time mixing these in. So I put all of these in this little container just because I want to look through them and have them separated. But I didn't think they fit directly into there, and I didn't want to keep flipping through it. So then, now I'm ready for then. I knew that there were some, you know, just plain cardstock and alphas and enamel dots that were not necessarily Christmas themed, that instead of looking through my whole stash, I pulled out things that were kind of essentials and I thought would make, you know, good layering pieces or even foundation pieces, and some like alpha stamps. This is the only Christmas stamp that I have, but it's really cute, so I made sure to keep these, some alphas, and just some word phrase stamps that I thought would work. I also pulled out some basic black, gold, and silver stickers or Heidi Swap stickers, and then some flat ones. These super old rub-ons. You guys, this is from Heidi Swap. Like, they still work. They're rub-ons, but I know that it's time for me to use them. I want to see if there's a year on here, because these are really old. Okay, 2006. So they're 10 years old, but I really like them. So, I remember when Heidi Swap first came out, I just loved her stuff. So I want to use this, and just some things like this is kind of, want to use this up, and I also love this. So then these are some of the papers I pulled out. Just, you know, in some other colors, and some, also put in some of the traditional red colors, but I thought some of these would be good to use. So I pulled these. And then in terms of embellishments and other small things, I also pulled out of my stash these. I keep a lot of my alphas and enamel dots on binder rings, so I just pulled the things, some of the basics that either I thought would work or also that I want to use up. So, and some of my favorites, so I pulled these out and put them on the ring. And then some enamel dots and blingy type things, and some basics and things that I love, like this one. I have a whole other pack. These are the pink paisley Sylvie cork hearts. Like, I love these. So, and then I have two more rings. Oh, I have actually one Christmas earring. Anyways, so this is some phrase stickers, and like I said, I have, you know, a whole bunch, you know, more in another ring, but it was really important for me to pull stuff out. And then these are Christmas, like mostly Michael's Recollections brand 3D embellishments that I love. Can you tell? Like, I buy the same, all of them have the same theme. They're, you know, but they're really cute. So I put these on a ring instead of cutting them up, because I didn't know which ones I would use. And these, I guess, yeah, I've never done a room tour because my room is crazy, but I like these Daiso containers because they stack. So as long as you don't, the top one you can go over, but as long as you don't go over right here, they do stack. So I like it because it saves space. Sometimes I like to put like projects that I'm in the middle of. I just put what's left in here and then stack them and keep stacking them. So here, some doilies and I also pull out some of my old Christmas cards that I want to kind of put in. This one I received from a friend, and then I put some plain tags and some labels in here. So just some more layering things in here. Then the last thing, of course, I have to have is some washi. I don't use a lot of any washi. I love washi, but I don't use washi in a lot of my scrapbooking. So I think it's hard for me, but I'm hoping to be able to use more for my December daily. So I put, these are all ones I pulled out of my regular stash. So none of these are Christmas themed. And I pulled some twine and some sequin, what are these called? Sequin trim. Got it. I think these are from last year. So that's what I brought. That's what I took out. And I cleared out most of my desk so I can put them on there. I didn't, like I said, I didn't buy an album or a kit. And I have, I have a lot of like mini albums, and I think this was, I want to say it's Tidy Swap, but I'm not sure. I just know I got it at clearance at Michael's, and they're long way, so I guess I'll go. Wait, theoretically I could do it this way, like a flip. I have to think about it. But there's, I think, 12 pages, and so there's 3 designs. This one just has it split, and these are the 4, and then there's some that are plain. And then I was looking at the, the baseball card sleeves, like for pocket letters, to see if I could put them in here, but it was kind of a weird shape. I couldn't do the 3, but I did find these old slide protector things that I had bought at like a thrift store. So I cut them and made sure that they'll fit, but they kind of stick out, so I'm thinking of cutting them. But I was just kind of brainstorming and trying to find some other things, because this isn't going to be enough inserts. And I might play around with my fuse and see if it works. And then I'm actually hoping to make some foundation pages just so that I have something to work with, so it doesn't feel as overwhelming. So thanks for watching, and hope you're having a great day, and happy Thanksgiving for those of you who celebrate it. Bye.